Hi guys, today is the 31st of July 2019 at 13 minutes past 12 in the morning over here in the UK. Hurricane watch. On the 1st of August, we are going to be watching around Hawaii for Hurricane Erik, which will be around a Category 1, Category 2, dissipating into a tropical storm, interacting with Hawaii, particularly the Big Island. Obviously, the reason for that is because of the eruption that Kilauea had last year, resulting in a number of fissures traveling down to the ocean. The theory is these hurricanes, when they come, they obviously increase wave height, potential for flooding. If that water was to interact with the magma in one of those fissures, for example, fissure number 8, it could result in a hydrothermic explosion, which could then result in a chain reaction with a landslide of the Helena slump, generating a tsunami in the Pacific Ocean, particularly where the Big Island faces towards the west coast of the United States. That would be where a lot of the water will be traveling in the form of a tsunami or mega tsunami. Following on from that, around the 6th of August, oh my goodness, I've got so much to talk about here. Around the 5th of August, let's go back a little bit. This little remnant here is a remnant of Hurricane Flossie, which will also be traveling towards Hawaii. So again, that will just be increasing the possibility of a hydrothermic explosion through magma and seawater interaction. And then I'm going to talk about this one over here first. So I'm getting a lot of comments around Hurricane Erin, and I did see the video JK put up about someone, wasn't able to identify the source, but someone producing a weather model showing Hurricane Erin tracking towards the east coast of the United States. And I've had comments on my channel that will be happening around August 11th, around that time. I don't think it's going to be happening around that time because we're only 2 hurricanes in at the moment. And the next hurricane to come up will be Hurricane Chantal, and that will be around the 9th of August. So if there's any hurricanes tracking towards the east coast of the United States around the 9th of August, the 11th of August, it's going to be Hurricane Chantal. Not saying that Hurricane Erin is not going to be significant. I don't know if it's going to be. Obviously, we watch for these things, but the date period of the 9th to the 11th, 9/11 August, there's not going to be Hurricane Erin. There will be Hurricane Chantal. So that may be important if people plan to keep a track of this particular hurricane, to see how it transpires. At the moment, looks like a Category 2. Obviously has the opportunity with the warm waters to blossom even further. Could undergo rapid intensification, which obviously means just a big boom from Category, I don't know, say 1 to 5, for example. Something to watch out for. But more important than Hurricane Erik and Hurricane Flossie and Hurricane Chantal is Tropical Storm Nari. It is a beast, and that is all I can say. It's sitting right there. You can see it on screen, the big red circle that is happening there. Now, something interesting, similar to what JK found in terms of a very future forecast of weather associated with Hurricane Erin moving towards the east coast, I found something interesting also. It's on a website called hypotheticalhurricanes.fandom.com. It doesn't state when it was uploaded, but it gives us a complete breakdown of Super Typhoon Nari. So they're not even calling it just a typhoon, they're saying it's a super typhoon. And this is obviously out before the weather models were predicting sorry, I'm just losing my train of thought. It was out before the weather models were predicting this typhoon that you see on your screen here, and the size of it, the intensity of the winds, that is going to be, or is, a super typhoon. So I'm going to read you a little bit of the post. So they say, Nari formed August 1st, we're not even on August 1st yet, and dissipated on September 8th, 2019. Again, we're not there. Even though it says it dissipated on September the 8th, 2019, the dates in the story take it way past that date of September the 8th. So I'm just going to get into, actually does it? Let me read it and I'll figure it out on the way. So Typhoon Nari, known as Super Typhoon KZ in the Philippines, sometimes known as Super Typhoon Christine, was the strongest tropical cyclone ever recorded, which devastated most of Asia and was the longest lasting storm on record, breaking the record of 31 days set by Hurricane John in 1994, lasting 7 days longer than John. Nari originated through a cluster of thunderstorms generated from an intertropical convergence zone on July 30th, 2019, and became a depression in just 48 hours. Nari intensified in just 36 hours from a Category 1 into a Category 5 super typhoon before hitting Guam. Nari later intensified to become the most intense tropical cyclone shortly before making landfall in Luzon. So you know why we're looking out for that in the I Pick Goat 2 video, there's the George Bush character spinning his head and his hands around, indicating some sort of swirling pattern, mostly associated with a hurricane. That may not be a hurricane in the United States or, in the UK. That could be just a swirling pattern, because we can't exactly call it a hurricane if it's called a typhoon, even though they're the same things. It's just geographical locations, people call them different things. But we could be looking at this event. This is the biggest. It could turn out to be the biggest typhoon, hurricane, tropical storm ever recorded, and that would be significant. By the way, let me carry on reading. Nari made landfall on August 19th, 2019 on Metro Manila at peak intensity. Throughout its long journey, Nari maintained its intensity and even intensified while it made its way across central southern Luzon. Nari caused extremely devastating and apocalyptic damage throughout most of Luzon. On July 29th, the JTWC started monitoring a cluster of thunderstorms forming out of an intertropical convergence zone located 750 kilometers east of the Marshall Islands, and the thunderstorm clusters were located in a favorable condition of formation, with winds shear at 5 knots and with sea temperatures at 29 degrees Celsius. The area of low pressure slowly intensified, and on August 1st, 2019, the JMA upgraded the low pressure area into a tropical depression, and the JTWC issued a tropical cyclone formation alert immediately. 12 hours later, the JTWC upgraded the low pressure area and designated it as 13W, moving west-northwest at 4 miles per hour. The storm was upgraded the following day into a tropical storm and was named Nari. The storm continued moving west-northwest and intensified into a severe tropical storm the following day. On the afternoon hours of August the 4th, the JTWC reported that Nari has intensified into a typhoon, while the JMA followed suit 6 hours later. Moist air and abundance of upper-level divergence forced the JTWC to upgrade Nari into a Category 2 the following day. Nari continued moving westward into favorable conditions, such as sea surface temperatures at 35 degrees and wind shear, and 5 kilometers per hour of wind shear, and rapidly intensified into Category 5 in just 24 hours. On August 14th, with Nari's eye cooling down in extremely favorable conditions of cyclone formations, the JMA upgraded Nari into a violent typhoon, and as Nari was entering Pagas, there's a PAGASA, area of responsibility, Nari intensified to become much stronger than 2013 Super Typhoon Haiyan and was named Christine. As the sea surface heated to 40 degrees Celsius, Nari rapidly intensified further, surpassing the strength of Typhoon Tip. As Nari continued moving westward slowly, Nari slowly continued to gain strength, and 48 hours before landfall, Central Luzon, Southern Luzon, and Metro Manila, that's Philippines, started to feel the brunt of Nari. During the evening hours of August 17th, the JTWC increased Nari's winds to 465 kilometers per hour. The majority of areas in central and southern Luzon are starting to feel super typhoon force winds of at least 220 kilometers per hour. On August the 18th, 2019, at 11:11 p.m., Nari made landfall in Quezon province at peak intensity, remaining stationary for 12 hours until 11:11 a.m. before moving towards Metro Manila and making landfall in Quezon City on August the 20th, 2019 at 12:34 a.m. Philippine time at peak intensity, remaining stationary for 24 hours. Nari moved west towards Bataan and made landfall in Bataan on August the 22nd, 2019 at 10:22 p.m. Due to land interaction, Nari's winds decreased to 432 kilometers per hour. According to the JTWC, however, it regained strength as it emerged in the West Philippine Sea. Nari left the Philippine area of responsibility on the early hours of August the 24th. Nari later struck Hong Kong and Macau on August the 27th, which is a watch date, and later turned east. Nari re-entered the Philippine area of responsibility on September the 1st, 2019, striking Taiwan on September the 3rd, 2019. Nari struck Japan on September the 4th as a weakening Category 4, and later struck Korea on September the 5th, becoming extratropical on the following day as Nari dissipated northeast of Seoul. There is a lot of information in there. A lot of information. This is part interesting as well. Preparations for Nari started on August 13th, 2019, the day before Nari entered PAGASA's area of responsibility. Just immediately when Nari entered Pegasus, almost like Pegasus, the area of responsibility, the Pagasa, I'm just going to stick with that, Pagasa, raised signal number 1 on most of central Luzon and southern Luzon. Residents were immediately advised to prepare batteries for flashlights. The largest evacuation in the history of the country took place, with about 10 million people being evacuated as Nari moved closer to Pagasa area of responsibility. Pagasa upgraded the signals to signal number 4 72 hours before landfall, and as it became clear that Nari would approach the capital, Pagasa upgraded the warning for Manila, Southern Luzon and Central Luzon to storm signal number 5, which is Category 5, on the early morning hours of August the 17th, 2019. Philippines had initiated mass evacuations and classes were suspended for the entire week that Nari would make landfall. The Philippines, particularly Central and Southern Luzon, were declared under a state of national emergency even before the impact, so the government may allocate funds more easily and for anticipated aftermath. I haven't read through this whole document, but I might read through the rest of it by myself. I might post a link for you guys to have a read of it as well. I just find it interesting because obviously this report was put up some time ago on hypothetical hurricanes for a super typhoon Nari in 2019. The questions that you ask yourself are how, even if it's hypothetical, how would they know that it would be a super typhoon as it looks like it's going to be? How would they know where it's going to impact as it looks like it's going to? Even down to the dates of movement. It's very possible that this typhoon could be sitting around for a while. At the moment I only have a forecast up until the 9th of August 2019 at 7 o'clock in the morning UK time, so I'll be able to see in a couple of hours how slowly or how quickly this typhoon would be moving, in which case I would then be able to compare it to the dates in this super typhoon Nari hypothetical scenario and see how closely they have matched it. And if it matches very closely, or it is an exact match, then I will have to investigate where this came from. Because obviously something as detailed as this is not, it's not something that you can just guess. It would have to be orchestrated. Either way, it's very interesting, very, very interesting. And just to confirm, the storm names, Storm Nari, is that, no, that's not the one. This is the one. Storm Nari is on the list. Currently developed. Last use 1906. Sorry, battery's low. So keep an eye on Tropical Storm Super Typhoon Nari over the next couple of days, and also Erik, Flossie and Chantal. Have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and may the Heavenly Father bless you.